Hi, how are you? This is Ryan Burke with In the Now Investments. Want to welcome you back to our blog, greenhaving101.com. Today's blog is in conjunction with Wednesday's blog, which talked a little bit about why green homes and why we like to focus on green homes. And one of the things that we were talking about was the fact that you can force appreciation on residential real estate. Most people think that you can only do that with commercial, but you can actually force appreciation on residential real estate and create a better appraisal for yourself. Generally, you can create a minimum of 10% higher on your appraisal than other homes. So if you'll notice here, here's a property that we green habbed, and you see here that on the actual appraisal, this property appraised for $86,350. And you can see here it was noted that it had a 10% energy efficient update increase for the retrofits that we performed on the home. So this home would have only appraised for about $78,000 versus the $86,000 if we didn't do the green retrofits to it. So let's talk about this for a second. A lot of people say, hey, well, that's cool. It all looks good, but how do I do it? How do I force appreciation on a piece of residential real estate? It's very simple. You do it by saving energy costs. How do I save energy costs? That's pretty simple too. It's by tightening the envelope of a home. See, once you tighten the envelope of a home, you'll start saving energy, and then you can actually implement the Energy Star formula, which is the net yearly energy savings divided by the cap rate of the home. That's going to equal the forced value. So let's look at a home for a second. This is provided by Energy Star, and this basically shows you a basic two-story home on a basement with an attic. And as you can see, this is the envelope of the home, and you can see that you lose energy through duct registers, attic hatches, recessed lighting, stuff like that. Be sure to stay tuned to our blog and check in next week, because we're going to talk a little bit about specific strategies we can do to actually tighten the envelope of your property. So let's look at this actual formula. Again, it's the Energy Star formula. It's the net energy savings cost divided by the cap rate. That equals the forced appreciation. Now, for those of you beginner investors out there who ask, how do I find out the cap rate of a property? Simple. It's the net operating income divided by the purchase price. Now, again, for newbie investors out there, if you're wondering what net operating income, how to find that out, it's your gross income minus your operating expenses, things like property tax, maintenance, insurance, stuff like that, and excluding your debt service, which would be your mortgage. So let's take a look at this for a second. Let's say that you have a property that's producing a net operating income of $5,000 per year, and the purchase price on that property is $40,000. And let's say the appraised value of this property is $50,000. Well, the cap rate on this property is going to be 13%, because you're going to take the $5,000 NOI, which is right here, and you're going to divide that by the purchase price. Now, let's say on that specific house, the things that you did to tighten the envelope were things like maybe you did enough to save $98 per month, which would give you a net yearly savings of $1176. So again, we're going to take the net yearly energy savings divided by the cap rate, find out the forced appreciation. So we take 1176 divided by 13%, or 0.13, and that's $9,046. So the new appraised value of this specific property would be $59,046 versus $50. That's almost a 19% increase in value just by tightening the envelope and saving $100 per month in energy. That's it for today. Like I said, stay tuned for our blog on Monday as well, and we're going to talk a little bit about tightening the envelope and specific things that you can do. I'd love to speak with you if you have any questions about green habbing. If you need any advice on any specific projects, feel free to send me an email at ryan@inthenowinvestments.com. Check us out at www.inthenowinvestments.com. Looking forward to hearing from you and helping create a greener America. Bye-bye.